That's all that comes. What's that?
Do you think you're going to get it?
I think so, yeah. I'll drop like a stone and then I'll climb like a knife.
Oh, good descent though, isn't it, Coach?
It is amazing balls.
Yeah. I don't know about coming up. You're going to comment on Monday?
Coming up?
Yeah.
It's a long way.
Yeah.
We can do it. By the power of YouTube, it's Monday. We're at Wedding Cross. Ready to take on a famous climb.
I'm going to get in the van. Try and stay behind you all the way.
You won't manage it.
Right, so how many gears have you got?
So I've got 5 gears. My top 5.
Top 5. So you can't really make the most of those
downhills.
Downhills. I think
I might just super tuck.
It's not as whip.
Oh yeah. All right. No super tuck allowed.
Do you think you're going to get it?
I think so. Yeah.
You think you? Right, 10:41 feather on WX climb.
Oh, is it Feathers? Feathers got the KOM. You didn't tell me that. Everyone's gonna think I'm going for his comms now.
If it's not you, it's bloody feather round here.
Well, this is just one that everybody knows locally.
This is the one.
It's highly requested. So.
Yeah, got to do what the fans want.
Well, it just so happens, isn't it? There we are.
Good luck, Coach.
All right, here we go. Let's get it. Let's get the KOM. I hope you enjoyed that little intro put together by Scott over at KOM TV YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out already, of course you have, and you've already subscribed. I know you well. Look, this wasn't on the plan. Me going for this climb called Wedding Cross. It's a local. I guess it's well known by people in the Minehead area, only because the local chain gang usually comes down it, and people just love coming down there like 50 mile an hour. But as you can see in the bottom left, I am going up it. Although the full segment, I was told, like starts from where I started, and it just goes on for I think like 4 or 5 kilometers. If this video comes out on Saturday, we've got another hill climb on tomorrow, Sunday, in the Lake District, going up the struggle. And Rowan Dennis has the KOM, so I mean I'm gonna aim to win the event, but if I take a Strava KOM from Rowan Dennis, then how cool is that? Like, you're going to watch this effort, hopefully, all the way through, because you're a die-hard viewer of this channel, I hope. And then you're going to find out the results right at the end. Now, those of you that follow me on Strava, I guess you already know the results. But I do want to keep the suspense, so you'll find out at the end of the video if I've taken the KOM or not, and how many KOMs I've taken. Because I don't know actually what the title of this video is. Is it KOM? How many KOMs can I take, or is it can I take the KOM? Yeah. So it turns out that that there's some pretty well-known, very very well-known bike riders on this leaderboard for this segment. So yeah, I'm in good company, very very good company, in fact. I don't think. I mean, the GoPro footage never does it justice. Scott's driving behind me here, and we're on, I guess, part 2 of this climb. This climb's in 3 parts. The final part of this climb, as you can see coming up in the bottom left-hand corner, is from Sully's Corner to the top. I think that is about 1.5 kilometers, so just over a mile maybe, or just under a mile to the very top. But over the whole course of the segment, the whole course, which were I think about 9.5 minutes, I averaged 31.4 kilometers an hour with a max speed of 55. Now, granted, there are some downhills in this, of course. Now, you're allowed to have downhills on a climb. You know, as long as the downhills aren't substantial, they're not like, you know, 3 or 4 minutes or something, then I think if you call going downhill for about 30 seconds or 20 seconds, I still count that. That can still go towards an overall climb's length, because really, you know, what you're doing is you're changing the dynamic of a climb. So when a climb has a descent in it, or negative gradient or a flat gradient, as will the struggle this weekend, when that happens, then it changes the way you pace the climb. and that comes with practice, you know, and that's part of being a climber, or that's part of going faster uphill, really. The idea was put to me probably 24 hours before we did this. Although in my mind I was planning on doing a big effort up a local climb. Didn't really know which one that would be, but Scott suggested Wen and Cross just because it's so well known in the area, and lots of people do it. And apparently, you know, when people roll up to the bottom of the climb, you guys probably maybe make use of this as well on your Garmin or Wahoo. You know, if you have a Strava segment pop up, it'll tell you who's leading the leaderboard at the time. But also, they were kind of sick of seeing the same person like always come up on that. So apparently, I had to take this one, and I had no idea who. I done no research really. That's all I wanted to know was how long was the climb. Where was the start and finishing points, because I didn't have the live segment tracking on, and I just wanted to know like what sort of landmarks do I look for. I've been down this. I've never been up this climb before. I don't think ever. But I've been down it twice, and I kind of remember what it looks like at the top. When you're climbing like this, it's always important to have landmarks. I knew that just before the finish there's a long left-hander and a long right-hander, and I wanted to see the left-hander on my map so that I could kind of gauge how far I was to go. So when I started seeing it, which is maybe about 30 seconds back from when I'm looking at now, I could see that the gradient's going up, so it's time to invest. And obviously we're getting close to the finish, so you're going to be investing anyway. But I knew that it was starting to level off. If you look at my speed in the top of the screen, like here it starts to drop because the gradient goes to 7, but I know I got to dig in, so I go like way over what I've been averaging. I'm closer to 440, 450 watts, sitting around about 60, 61 kilos in a minute, which is perfect. So that's well over 7 watts per kilo, give or take. Dodged these couple of drains on the road, but now that I know I'm out in the open, I know I haven't got that far to go at all. So the gradient starts to drop down to 5 and 4%. You know, this is when aerodynamics start to come into play. and I start to tuck up. I start to try and get a little bit narrower. I try to bring my elbows in, although I'm not doing a very good job of it. But my speed does start to go up, starts to creep back up to that 30 kilometer an hour mark. And when you start going that fast, you know, you're talking about 19 miles an hour right now. It does make a difference. You know, it's a small difference, but it does make a difference. And that's something I try to keep in my mind. So I start to bury myself now. Here's the left-hander. And we're just about to come to the right-hander. I've pretty much burnt all my matches right now, and I know the finish is maybe less than 30 seconds away, so I am just hanging on. And you can see by my riding style that I'm all over the bike, and I'm just going for it because I know, like, is it going to be close? Like, what time am I aiming for? I hope I'm going to be there or thereabouts. You know, am I going to take a clean sweep of KOMs, or am I going to miss out on one or two? Like, the goal is to try and pick up as many on this climb as possible. So there's Nat taking a photo of me, or video of me as I was going past. And then a car nearly T-bones me on my left here, which would have been an epic way to end the video. And I finished. So, yeah, I guess we need to find out now the results.
Well, the lap button said I was... What's going on?
What do you think, Nat?
I couldn't quite keep up. You just dropped me on that last little bend.
You did well.
No. No, scrap the idea of the video. we can't do this, man. Look at his face.
You went down slower than that.
I got a habit of doing these 18 mile an hour on 5% gradient.
So you've got...
I'm not good at anything else.
How many did you get then?
I still calibrate. Oh, sorry, turbo. Is that the actual one?
That's the one we're going for, WX climb. Full
20
one.
20 mile an hour nearly. What is it? Well, still 4%. Why can't every climb just be 4%? People ask me to do it and I do it, and unfortunately it just happens to be the ones that some of the best riders in the country have got.
Well, yeah, that's the trouble. When you're one of the best, you've got to take the best.
Yeah, but it's amazing. You do it while you can. Like,
That's the idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
when you're in fitness and everything.
So like the bloody video.
We'll see if that works. I have a little end screen.
Oh, mug that off.
Alright. Yeah, well, we mug it off for the special.